Hi John, how you doing? Hi Terry. Hi Joan, hi Steve. Mercy of Magnet Fishing, good evening. How are we all doing? We've reached that day again. It's Friday, end of the week. It's been a long week again. Things are really busy at the moment. Hi Andy, how you doing? Hi Paul, Linda, Patrice, Claire, Cheryl, Linda, Stuart, Lizzie, good evening. How are we all doing? Yes, as I said, it's Friday once more. The week is over. Well, it is as far as I'm concerned. The sooner the better. That's all I could say. Hi Gerd, hi Leela, hi Paul, Devota. Oh, some worn out. But hi Craig, how are you doing? Yes, so Sunday was interesting. Sunday was a bit of a long drive for me, to be honest with you. And we went up to Sheffield. God, them canals stink up there. Hi Linda, hi Kat. And it was a good day. It was a good day. Good to see everyone again. As always, bundle of laughs. We did enjoy it. It's an area where I'd actually done before. Didn't realise till I went the other side of the bridge I'd actually been there quite a while ago, but probably about 18 months, 2 years ago. But, you know, at the end of the day, just because we've done it doesn't mean there's nothing there. And we got fines, we got things out. But it did stink. It was horrible. The smell of that canal was unbelievable. But it doesn't matter because we had fun, and that's all that matters. Arlene, good evening to you. Let's have a look. Hi Dean, Dragon's Breath Adventures, good evening. Ah, that's Jack, I remember now, I remember. My brain is slightly working. Hi Kevin. Trying to keep up with the comments. Hi William, how you doing? Yes, so as I said, we went up to Sheffield, and we did a canal. See, if I'd known it was a river, not a river, I probably would have said let's move to a river, but it would have been rude for us just to disappear. So we grinned and bared it, and it smelt. But we did get some weight, I must admit. There's a lot of weight came out that day. Hell of a lot of weight, you know, for the small section we did. Hi David, how you doing? When I first got there, I knew it'd probably smell a bit because literally the road's a dead end, and as I pulled up, I parked under the bridge, and there was a few homeless people there. Hi Kevin, how you doing? And there was one guy laying on the floor fast asleep while his mate decided to have a pee right next to him. Not nice, not nice. It was very smelly under that bridge. It was definitely used as the toilet, but yeah, he was just peeing up the wall next to him. I just thought, this is good. And then it all kicked off. Before I even got a magnet in the water, it all kicked off. But I'm sure I started the camera. If I started the camera, I'll probably put the video footage in there. I can't remember whether I started before, but before I even got a magnet in the water, things started kicking off. So, lovely area. Thanks for that, Roger. Yeah, really appreciate that. Such a nice area. But you know, we grinned and bared it. We moved on, and then the trouble started again. So then moved the other side of the bridge, and the trouble started again. A lot of trouble that day. A lot of trouble. I just wanted to fish, but lots of people were having a lot of disagreements, I think, that day. Not between the fishers. They were all right. It was just everybody else. So, but I'm hoping that the camera's on. If the camera's on, you'd all get to see it. Let's get back up with these comments. But that'll probably be about 3 to 4 weeks before you do actually get to see it. But I might even actually do it for next week. I might switch them around a bit. I don't know. I might swing it in next week and see what happens. We'll see. See what mood I'm in. I've got tomorrow night's video all finished. That's part 2 of our venture when we went out with the kingfishers. Now, I had some pretty cool finds that day, to be honest with you. Christian had a really good one. Hi, Lindsay. And I got a complete one. Something I've never had a complete one before. And it's kind of cool, actually. It doesn't go bang, it doesn't go boom, but it's old and it's cool, you know, so you'll see that in tomorrow night's video. But Christian's Fine was really good, to be honest with you. If I've missed anyone, I do apologise. Later in the year, Kevin. Now we've got a bit more light in the evenings, things like that. Give me a bit more time to work on it, but yeah, no rush, no hurry on it. He was a moody person. I think that's the polite way of putting it, Claire. He was a moody person. Here she is, the black lady. Hi, Tracy. How are you doing? Yeah, he was moody, and then he was moody, then she was moody. There's a lot of moody people there that day. I'm not used to that. I'm just used to being nice and peaceful and quiet and having a laugh. But yeah, there was a lot of moody people on Sunday. Let's catch up with these again. Still got your weird find. You never know, Andy. One day you might identify what it actually is. I still think they know what it is, but they're not telling you. That's my opinion. Hi, Annie. How are you doing? So I think, maybe the manufacturer does know, but they just don't want to admit to it. Yeah, it's been a long time coming, but it's going to be a bit longer, I'm afraid. Hi, Lynn. How are you doing? Keeping well? Yes, very well, to be honest with you. I mean, we've had some beautiful weather over the week. We had a lot of rain yesterday. I got absolutely drenched, but I went to a customer's house and I told them to go inside. It was an old couple, and I said, go inside. I'll be all right out here. And bless them, they said they didn't want me standing out in the rain, so they both went into the garage. They got these big umbrellas and stood with the umbrellas over me while I was working. Really nice, to be honest with you. But they both stood there with umbrellas while I fixed their car, and it just shows. I just told them go inside. I didn't want them getting soaking wet, but they just came out and held umbrellas over me while I was working. So I can't moan at that. Hi, Sarah, how are you doing? What are you doing on here? You're in America. You're meant to be enjoying yourself, not coming on here. Gaz Grills, Magnetic Metalhead. Good evening. Nice of you to drop in. Let's have a look. You're keeping me busy on the comments tonight. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you doing? I will get through these comments. Just make sure. I hope I've not missed anybody. Bought an endoscope for the phone. Might get a closer view now. Fair enough. And also, if you've got wax in your ear, you can use that endoscope and have a look. Because if you've seen them, you can get those little cameras for your phone where you look up your nose and in your ears and things. And probably other places if you really want to. Here he is, Rocky Did Fish. Good evening, Dave. Thanks for sorting that thing out today. 101, good evening to you as well. I will catch up with the comments. I really will. Maybe. Where yes, it's beautiful right now. It's been nice here. I don't know. Let's have a look. What are they telling us at the weekend? And let's see if they're right or not. Let's do my prediction on it and see whether or not they're going to be right. Because generally, whenever you look at Google, it's never right. So it's saying Sunday 20 degrees. That's comfortable. That's not too bad. That's what it's saying for Sunday, 20 degrees. So let's actually see if it is anywhere near 20 degrees. It says, and it's sunny all day, no rain. So let's see. Let's see if Google actually got it right. I'm normally stuck on the M5 Fridays. Could be worse. You could be stuck on the M6. I hate the M6. It's such a boring road. It really is. So enjoy yourself. It's a Northants thing. Well, thank you very much. I can't keep up with you tonight on these comments. Trying, but no, you're definitely keeping me busy. There we go. I got to the bottom. Didn't know they were released. I know. It's amazing because a bloke there reckons that he actually owns the water. You know that thing that keeps moving, so it's constantly changing. Well, no, apparently they lease the water. So he sort of was inferring that he owned the water. I hope he's got a blooming big tank to put it in because, you know, it sort of changes. Someone opens a lock gate, he moves down a bit. So he's going to have to own quite a few miles of it. It's supposed to be nice. Yes, it's supposed to be. And that is always the question. You don't get on the M6 though. Yeah, I know, but it's still the M6, isn't it? I don't like the M6. I've drove from junction 1 to whatever the end junction is, and I've got to admit that is one really boring road. Alright, it's our Constitution Day. Thought you said Constipation Day then, Gerd. Oh, it's a scary Yam Yam. How are you doing? Favourite Yam Yam. You're the scary lady. Scary lady. One magnet. Good evening to you as well. It was funny, I've got to admit. But Roger sorted the problem out. I think Lindsay had a bit of a dig as well. So between them, I think they sorted it out. I just sort of ignored it and carried on fishing. He wasn't saying anything like that the other day. Oh, going up north tomorrow to see my family. Need to go on the M6. Well, good luck, Lynn. It's boring. Hate the M6. Hate the M6. Thames Water say they own it. They also say they own the water below and above. I know, all these people that want to own water. Well, if Thames Water own it, Dave, now you know that we've hit hard the area right outside the main offices for Thames Water. It's probably some of the most disgusting waters I've ever fished. The amount of stuff that comes out of there. You even named it the scrapyard, and it really is a scrapyard. Tons and tons have come out of there. So if they own the water, they're not doing a very good job maintaining it. That's the way I look at it. Lasser man, good evening. You know, I would have thought if you own something, you'd probably take a bit of pride in it. But no, Thames Water, sorry, you're very disappointing. If you own that water, you really need to clean it out because there is tons in there. Been there quite a few times now, and it's always tons come out of there. It never stops giving. So yeah, if they own it, take ownership of it. That's what I say. Love what you guys love the band. It's what it's all about. Just going out, having fun, and enjoying yourself. Sean's Adventures. Good to see you at the weekend, Sean. And little Sophie, my shadow on my live stream. She was following me around all over the place. But yeah, good to see you. And you had a good find as well. You did well. So yeah, overall, a good day. The planet owns us, yeah. Or the government, because they tax us enough, don't they? The scary Yam Yam. There we go, you know it suits you. You know it suits you. Constipated days tomorrow after eating more junk food. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, dear. Right, I am getting through these comments. Hi Sean, how you doing? Sean Fraser, that is. All the Sean's coming in at once. It's in the next cubicle. What are you doing? Are you in the changing rooms of a clothes shop or something? I agree, Gerd. I can't read a word you put in, but I'll agree with you. Yeah, they want to make slams and try and get it. Wow, he had a nightmare over time to stop them. There's a surprise. There's a surprise. Not between two prisoners, angling water say we're not allowed to magnet fish. You need to look into this. Exactly. If it's not on private ground, I can't actually see what the problem is. I can't actually see anyone actually stopping you doing it. As we all know, it's not permitted, but it's not illegal. Massive difference. Not permitted is just a posh way of saying we're not going to say yes you can do it, because then obviously if anything happens we're responsible for it. That's the sort of negative attitude that they use, and that's why they would never allow it on UK waters, as in yes we allow it, because the minute they admit to allowing it, if anything happens they become responsible for it. So that's something that, you know, you're always going to fight with the Canal River Trust. I mean, Scottish Canals, they authorised it. They said it was okay. There were certain areas which were excluded for historical reasons, which I sort of get, you know, but it's just bureaucracy. It's just the fact, you know, they're a charity-run organisation. That's another thing. And they say they've never got any money. Because the owner of the Canal River Trust, he don't seem to be doing too bad for himself. Hi, Adrian. How you doing? Right. I'll set out what I spoke about. Onwards and upwards. Yes, fair play, Stuart. Go for it. Totally agree, mate. It's, you know, something you want to do, then go for it. Exactly, they do take a hell of a lot of money. I know some of the fees that the boaters pay is absolutely ridiculous. and then they report something in the water that can damage boats, and it takes them days, if not weeks, to come out and sort it. You know, that's why a lot of people put things on magnet fishing sites, because they know they can get it shifted probably same day or next day, unlike other people where it takes them a long time to do it. How old is the oldest bridge over there? Didn't you say it? I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. I'd say Google it, to be honest with you. We did mind you, the one we did was a 13th century bridge, but it wasn't that one. That was the replacement one from the 16th century. A lot of them, you see, because they were all wooden constructions back then, that most of them were replaced with stone or brick, and then later into metal and things like that. But I'm not quite sure which is the oldest one, to be honest with you. Rebel Relic Hunter, good evening, South Carolina. Thank you for dropping in. Yeah, like all charities, yeah, you're definitely right there. Oh, managed to get to the bottom of the comments again. Oh, a Dudley Dipper just sneaked in. Good evening, Nicola. How are you? But anyway, and you know, like last week, I told you, oh, come on with the thumbs down. You're a bit slow tonight. Only 2. So, but it's all right. They're outweighed by the thumbs up. Usual people. They need to get out more. Sad, pathetic little lives. But interaction is good. So if you want to leave a thumbs down, leave a thumbs down, because I like a bit of interaction. If you just come on and go, it's not interaction, is it? So the more you do it, if you're sitting there now thinking, it does bother him. No, honestly, really, it doesn't bother me. You can put 10. It does not faze me at all. I always said that with social media. People that can't handle social media, negative comments, really shouldn't do social media, because people in this world, there's a lot of them about that, you know, just want to go out their way just to wind people up. But unfortunately, as I've been told before, I don't have a heart. I don't actually care. You can do what you want. Leave your bad comments, put your thumbs down, just get on with it. Interaction, that's what it's all about. Going to log out and log back in. Okay, fair enough. So, as I was saying last week, that I was talking about some product testing. Well, I've spoken to a few companies now, and believe me, we've got some really interesting stuff coming for testing. Something that I've been speaking to someone today. That's it, the thumbs up. You see, people do appreciate me. Oh, well, not everyone will like me, but do your worst, because it actually doesn't matter. Yes, so one of the things that... see you later, Arlene. There's another one. Go on, keep them coming. Let's see how many thumbs down we can get tonight, shall we? Yes, one of the products coming. It's not cheap, but it looks really cool, to be honest with you. But I said I'd give it a go, and I think we've nearly sorted out the details. And when it comes, I should do a product review on that. And some of the things we've got. I mean, that one you could sort of use for the hobby that we do, because obviously we've got a very unusual hobby. But the other things that come, you can definitely use for the hobby, and that's what I want to do. I want to try and get products that, you know, will probably help people, will improve things, and, you know, they're not all expensive. Some of these are quite cheap items, but why not? Let me try them rather than you buying them, and then if you think they're any good, then you can do it. You know, just buy yourself one. Oh, and I am trying to negotiate discount codes as well, so if we can get them and I can get you a discount code as well, you'll get them even cheaper. So that will be coming. Like I say, I've got stuff on the way already. Once that comes, probably do once a fortnight or something, and we'll do some reviews. Oh look, they're all coming now. Come on, keep it coming. There's only 4 of you. Keep it coming. Exactly, Gert. Evening, Corey. How are you doing? Yeah, but does this look like the face of concern? No, no, no. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. It's funny, really, because as I ask for more, I'm actually getting more. So, you know, there is people interacting, and the fact that they spend time on their Friday evening to come along, especially just to leave a thumbs down, that's amazing. Absolutely brilliant of them. You know, when they could be out doing something with their life, although they don't have one, you know, they come on here, especially to sit there watching in the background, to not comment, to leave a thumbs down. Love him or hate him, you still keep coming back. Feel your boots. See, that's the other thing you see, YouTube. It allows you to put thumbs down now, but unfortunately, on normal software and the studio app and that, you can't get to see them because YouTube don't want you to see them, because obviously, if you see them, some people can't handle the fact that they get thumbs down. Does it matter? No. You're never going to please everyone, and that's the way I look at it. So, you know, that's life, isn't it? Right, let's have a look. Their downfall, exactly. Hi Sherry, how are you doing? We will, you enjoy doing it. What, putting a thumbs down? Well, at least your honesty. I admire your honesty. Fair play to you. Oh dear. Exactly, they are watching because they come on every Friday just to do it. Brilliant. Trolls, yeah. Like some of the comments, really. I mean, I've been called absolutely everything, but doesn't matter. Carry on. Hi Lee, how are you doing? God, I just think there's 3 Brits over in America now, all going there to magnet fish. It's a long way to go. I mean, I was moaning Sunday for 2-hour drive, but I mean, to go to America, fair play to them. You know, if that's what floats your boat, do it. Go for it. Don't like it, then jog on. Exactly. Or if you don't like it, sit there and listen, because you never know what I'm going to say. And if you're fortunate, your curiosity gets you the better of you. You have to keep coming back and doing it. Medieval Ladybird, good evening to you as well. With a bottle of water, yeah. Yeah, I think don't think she drank much of that, Sean. I think more of it sort of went everywhere else, on me as well. So, I watched your vid from the site about just an hour. Didn't realise you had a shotty then. Oh no. Kept that quiet. It's not the sort of thing you want to be walking around with. It was rotten. It really was rotten. So it wasn't worth phoning in. Literally, I just beat it to death with a hammer, and it was that rotten. It just fell apart and ended up in the scrap. So that's life. That's life. But yeah, because we actually got there about 7 o'clock in the morning. We actually started further down the other side of a bridge. That's why we didn't want to go where everybody was going to be fishing. So we actually moved down there, kept out the way for a bit, and we had some good finds. In all fairness, you know, from a small area of a canal around Northamptonshire, which have never been the best, you know. But there we go. Thank you very much, Corey. Really appreciate it. Yep. Well, that's life, isn't it? It was about thumbs down and about like. That's right. I was only joking anyway. Only joking. Think our algorithm is more important, you know, and that's why I say to people, like, always, if you can, leave a comment, even if you just say great video or crap video. It doesn't really bother me either way. Swear words you won't get through because I've got them all blocked. Oh, number 5. Oh, they're all getting out tonight. Good on you. Carry on. Yeah, algorithm is all about interaction, leaving a comment, leaving a thumbs up or a thumbs down. All that does is actually improves the algorithm of your channel, because every interaction with a thumbs up, thumbs down or a comment actually puts you in a better placing on YouTube. So for people to actually come on and watch, fine, they view. For people to leave a thumbs up or down, it's good. Algorithm, interaction, comments, interaction. And that's why I say to people, leave a comment, leave a thumbs up if you like the video. If you didn't like it, you don't have to leave a thumbs up. But it all helps towards the algorithm on YouTube to get your place for people to be able to see you. So the more the interaction, the better. Give them something to add. Well, the way I look at it, you see, I must be doing something right if they keep coming back. That's the way I look at it, you know, because it's a form of jealousy, isn't it? It's a form, hate is like, when people hate you, it's because they're jealous of you, and or they just personally don't like you. Well, that's fine. If you personally don't like me, I don't actually care. I'm not going to lose sleep over it, because, you know, I have people around me that I'm all right with. But, you know, it just takes time, and people will always do that. It's got more and more like this. When I first started doing YouTube, I mean, I probably remember getting my first thumbs down, and that was probably after like the first 5 or 6 videos. And it's one of those things that you think to yourself, did I do something wrong? And then you just got to tell yourself, not everybody's going to like you. You're always going to get that. The more as the channel progressed, I got more. Obviously, the views went up. When you start getting over 100,000 views a month, you expect to get more thumbs down. And over the last couple of years, you get more and more. And it's all since the market's become a lot more crowded. It's all since a lot more people have started doing it. So, a lot of people might not like me. Well, that's your problem. You don't have to come along and interact, but you do. You still come back. So if you don't like me, don't waste your time. Go and find something else to do, like needlework or, clean your dog shit up from your garden. I don't care. I really don't. I found a few bits you missed. Yeah, well, this is the thing. You always do. You'll never get everything. Yeah. Hi Tim, how you doing? Double check your rivers near military bases. Okay, fair enough. Hi Donna, how you doing? It's quite possible. It's quite possible. I remember when I did a live stream from the pub a few years back. Now that was a night really did have a troll on there, Harvey Price, and a lot of the comments that were coming out weren't good. But somebody come on as Harvey Price. Every time we blocked it, another one came on. Another one must have blocked about 30 Harvey Prices that night. And that is a proper spammer. That is a proper one. And I think everybody will find that sometime through YouTube they will get that. You will always get that odd one. But need to borrow your coat again. It suited you, Stuart. It really did. Oh, I don't know about that, Nick. But who cares? Who cares? Jeff and Rhonda, good evening to you as well. Let's have a look. Yes, doing very well, thank you. Good answer, Devota. See, I watch a few videos on YouTube, not a lot, because I don't actually get a lot of time to watch videos. And I'm not saying for the magnet fishing one, there's a few videos that I watch of urbexes and things like that, calm ones, but I don't leave a thumbs down. If I don't like the video, I just leave it. That's the bit I don't get. The people that do it, I don't know, do they get a buzz out of it? Are they that narrow-minded that they think, oh, well, I'm going to leave a thumbs down because it's going to annoy me? Face of concern. No. But I just don't do it. I don't think I've left a thumbs down on a video before because I've got no need to. That's the case. I'm extremely well hated. Oh dear. Yeah, that's fine, Cat. You do, but I mean, these other people that are sitting here watching me, the person they really don't like, should be outside doing it themselves. That's what I'm saying. Haters gonna hate, must have sad lives. Exactly. It's all like bullies, really, isn't it? It's, schools and people that bully others. That it's because they've got a shortfall in their own life, isn't it? I mean, bullies just do things for attention. It's their superiority over other people. They just want to be better than someone else. So the only way they can feel they can do that is to bully people. Same principle, really, isn't it? It's just a form of bullying. Cyberbullying is a major problem. I mean, some people get ripped to bits, and sometimes it just goes too far. And what people do, it's disgusting. And this is the thing. Narrow-minded people just don't realise the impact it can cause on some people. A lot of people get really offended by it. A lot of people get upset. I spoke to someone quite a while ago, and they'd been getting a few bad comments and things like that. So I said, well, that's that simple thing, isn't there? There's a thing called the block button. If you don't like it, and they're doing your head in, just block them. Don't read it. Don't sort of rise to it, because that's what these people do. They want you to rise to it. They want it to bother you. Trouble is, same with a bully. Once they know it's getting in your head, they will persist to do it more. And with social media and the internet, it's been made so easy for these people to do it. And it is disgusting. It really is. That's exactly. This is me. If you don't like me, it's your problem, not mine. And that's the attitude to have. It really is. You've got to have that. See you later, Lizzie. You can't sit there and worry about what people think of you, because that's how they do it. They get into your head, and once they get into your head, they win. And that just shows the evilness of people nowadays. Let me try and catch up with what you guys. Thank you very much, Jeff. Yeah, the extreme. It's a good workout. It really is a good workout. But I mean, at the end of the day, as we all know, the waterways are getting hit so much harder now. Things are getting harder and harder to do. So you need to get deeper and deeper. And canals especially, the heavier magnets work so well in canals. Could you think of something that was built like, I don't know, 500 years ago? Possibly some of them. You think of all the dirt that's fell in them. When they dredge, they don't deep dredge. They're only looking for the surface things that could cause problems to boats, so they don't actually go down far. When one was originally built, they're generally between 6 and 8 foot. But when you actually dip a magnet in there, a light one, you're only sinking about 4 foot. So that means there's 4 foot of silt in the bottom of a canal. And you think, over the years, what has gone down in that 4 foot? Place we found that out was Coventry. I tried dropping a magnet in the edge, and it only went below the waterline, so I just kept lifting it and dropping it in exactly the same spot, and I must have got about another 3 foot out of it in the silt, and then things started coming out again. And you've got to remember, that silt is like layers of history. As it goes down over 100 years, you'll get, say, a foot, another 100 years, another foot. So the deeper you can get in it, the better, and the better the finds are going to be, and the older the finds are going to be. So heavy magnets in a canal, definitely something to consider. Lightweight ones, if not, a little tip that I have found worked: don't just throw it out, throw it high and throw it out, because when it lands, it sinks into the silt. You'll notice the difference. When you just throw it out sideways, you're only dropping about 4 foot onto the water. Throw it right up in the air so it comes down, and so it's falling like 10-15 foot, and believe me, it sinks. You will notice the difference, and if that stirs the bottom up, that's when you're going to find things. Trying to think of Sunday and finds exactly. Well, we've got a new place to go to now. It's a river that we like. That's all I'm going to say. But it's an area we have never ever done before. And I only know of one more person that's done it. I could be wrong. I could get there and find there's nothing. But it's an area we've never done before. It's an old area. It's a river we really like. So we're hoping that this week pays off. So yeah, always good to go somewhere new on a river. So no smelly canal. We're going to a river, to a place we have never ever done before. I think I've probably done all the way around it, but I've never done that bit in the middle, and it's about time we did. So we are definitely going to be trying a new area, so I'm looking forward to that. Just be happy for this. It's good thinking, Kevin, but unfortunately not in this world. Not in this world. Yeah, you're right, Splosh. I don't pay people enough attention. Oh well. There's only so many hours in a day. Love jealousy makes me smile. Every comment helps. Yes, keep the comments coming, good or bad. That's all I've seen on Sunday. Won't jump. It's all the smiles that went away to the tragic. Simple hello. Holding the door open. Unfortunately, people don't seem to have the manners that they used to. It was always polite. You see some wrong door and you hold it. People don't do it anymore now. People don't stop when they're sort of walking head on to someone now to let someone pass. It's literally move to the side a bit and barge past them. I think society's changed so much that people have been bred into not having manners. When you think about it, think of it years ago, right? So look at things. Okay, we'll go for dress. We'll start with dress style first. People used to wear a shirt and tie. This is the blokes. This is when we could identify as blokes and women and not colanders and broccoli. Shirt and tie. People used to go down mines with a shirt and tie. Evening, George. How you doing? That's all sort of gone. My granddad, I never ever saw him without a shirt and tie on. And things have changed, you see. And as old sort of traditions go, manners seem to go with it as well. And that's the strange thing. Things really... thumbs down, crew. We care about your loneliness. Call out line. Oh, that's definitely one of your comments, that is. That's definitely one of your comments, mate. But, yeah, things just change, and this is how things are changed, People can dress how they want, it doesn't really bother me, but people's manners would make a massive difference, to be honest with you. Now, I just think that people are too afraid to speak out now, nobody wants to say anything to anyone because they don't want to offend them. It's getting to that stage where it's really difficult, I must admit I've probably offended loads of people over the years, and it's probably something I do on a daily basis, but I apologise because I can't change. I can't just be somebody I'm not. I think, if you offend someone, not if you do it maliciously, I think if it just comes out that you're speaking your mind and you're speaking the truth, then that's the way it should be. And but unfortunately people don't. Let's talk about the weekend and having fun. Yeah, we do. But yeah, so manners have changed, and I think manners have changed for the fact that people aren't as friendly as they used to be. I mean, it was spell, years ago, people said, always used to leave the door open. If the neighbour wanted to borrow something, they'd just come in and help themselves. Everybody knew people in a town or a village. Everybody knew everybody, but all that's gone now. Everybody sort of walks along with their head down. They don't make eye contact. They don't want to say hello to people. So yeah, you're right, Dave, in all fairness. People don't do it enough. And I think that's why now a lot of people are not street savvy anymore, because they've just been bred to not communicate with people unless you have to. It's weird. Definitely is weird. Yeah, social media does make it easy for bullies. Far too easy. What food do I want? Oh, I'll just be happy with something simple. Salmon, bit of caviar, a nice ploughman's, or a bacon roll will suffice. I'm easy. Bacon roll will be absolutely fine. Look at that. It's good, and you get your Friday night menu. See you later, Splosh. Later's Gaz. I'm just catching up on the comments. Let me just read down and bear with me. Ray does use the Evo Extreme. He's a blooming animal, that bloke is. Absolute animal. No, it's strictly one meal a day. I'm trying to work into me, get me beach body back. I don't know when it's ever going to happen because I've been trying for ages, but... Hi, Judy. Oh, gymnastics, swimmers, Kim was always picked on, but they didn't know I did cry. Oh, fair play, fair play. I don't know, I think someone's got to get with conscience because somebody's took their thumbs down back again, so fair enough. I'll put a brick on the end of your eBay magnet. I've done the Evo Extreme for like 9 hours. Usually the lower back pain start around 2 o'clock, start at 7, about 2 o'clock, the lower back starting to feel it. By 4 o'clock it's sort of burning, but you've just got to ignore it and work through it. Later, Devotus, thank you very much for joining. Will be good regardless, yeah. God, you're definitely keeping me going on the comments. I know, I spoke to him, Rocky. No, unfortunately, it's definitely going to be further this week, but next week, you never know. Never know. I've got my eye on a couple of places around by you, actually, so I'm working through them. Common sense is the thing that is no longer taught in our schools, I've got to admit. I was working at school the other day, actually. I was fixing one of the teachers' cars there, and the guy was explaining to me that how things have changed, and I said to him, I don't know how you do it. I honestly don't know how you do it. And I said, you can't even raise your voice anymore. He said, no. He says, it is difficult. It is difficult, because you're not allowed to sort of tell a child off anymore. You have to sort of work with them and try and come to an answer and why it does it. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I wouldn't have the patience. Speak your mind. Thank you very much. Oh, they've just put their thumbs back again. So obviously I took it back and now they've changed their mind. Maybe I offended them with something I said. Oh yeah, you don't have a problem with telling them, Terry. Definitely don't. My dad always wore a shirt, even if he was just at home or watching TV. Same with mine, Donna. Right up to the end, he would. Even if he's out doing the gardening, he would have a shirt on. And I think that's probably what people had more respect for adults then, because when somebody in a shirt and a tie, it's more of an authoritative thing. Like the army, same again. You see, a uniform demands sort of authority, and I think that's what it is. And now everybody's so relaxed now. I mean, we sit around in Northants magnet fishing t-shirts. How are they going to respect that? But I'm going to the doctor for check-up. Take it easy, Kevin. Thanks for joining. Most kids were dragged up. Oh yes. So my daughter had a driving test on Monday, but I'll tell you what happened last Friday. Now, her driving instructor, she had a 3-hour lesson last Friday, and at the end of it, he said, if you drive like that again on Monday when your test is, you're not going to use my car. And I said to her, well, what did you do? He says, always drive too fast and go into roundabouts too fast, which I'd been out with her and I didn't really see a problem. I know I'll probably go into roundabouts a little bit quicker than her, but I'd said, well, I don't know. So I was up at 5 o'clock Sunday. I drove to Sheffield. I got home at just gone 8 o'clock in the evening. We then went out driving, so I took her out for driving lessons when I come back as well. Very long day. I think I was up editing until about 2. So, yeah, it was all right. I'd only been up for 21 hours. But anyway, she had a test on Monday. And I said to her that if he says to you, you can't use the car, then obviously I want to know because I want to have a chat with him. She only went and passed. And I said, did you tell him what I said? Because she says, no. Because he said she wasn't ready for a test. She needs to cancel a test. She'll never pass it. She drives too fast. She does everything wrong. Now, that's great encouragement from a driving instructor. So, if for any strange reason you're watching, you've got no idea how to treat people. What you're meant to do is encourage them. When you encourage youngsters, they do much better. Telling them basically that they're useless and they should cancel the test for 6 months just so you can line your pockets with the price of your lessons, I think it's disgusting. I honestly do, but the main thing is she's passed. That's 2 down, 1 to go. So it is getting a bit like Butterflies. There's a few of them on here, British. You'll probably remember the programme Butterflies when one person wanted to go out. It was like wacky races, cars coming off the driveway. He's getting a little bit round like that round here, because what have we got at the moment? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 2 in the garage. So we've got 7 cars. And when Ethan's girlfriend comes round, that sort of makes it 8. And when my other son gets a car, that's going to be nice. Going to get a little bit crowded around here for cars. So I think we're definitely going to be doing like an episode of Butterflies. People have changed. They really have. People coming up. So, yep. Right, I'm going to have to skip some of these comments because you really got me on it tonight. How different. Lupiloo, basically, the best tool you can have is Google Earth. That's my opinion. Google Earth is really something that you just pick somewhere or follow the rivers. Just follow it down. Pick somewhere. Go on Street View. Have a look. Look at your buildings. So you want to be looking for. Depends on what you want to find. If you ever pick a place near a supermarket, you're going to find trolleys. You're always going to find trolleys or shopping carts, depending where you're from. If you want old, then obviously you want to look for old buildings, like Georgia and Victoria and things like that, because then you know that the place is of age. My opinion is never really fish under a dual carriageway, because all you're going to find is building materials, because dual carriageways are all late roads which were all built later on, and they are renowned for rebar, scaffolding and things like that. So that sort of picks an area. Now another thing that I've looked at in the past, I don't know whether anyone else uses it. Hi Jody, how you doing? Try Google Earth Pro. Don't know whether any of you have actually tried that before, but Google Earth Pro is absolutely brilliant. It allows you, and probably 60% of the UK, to go back on maps over years, which is aerial photography, and you can go right back, because what I tend to find is the ones from the early 90s are actually better quality than the ones nowadays on Google. But if you go back, then you can have a look at an area. If you think, what was it like then? If you go somewhere and it's all housing estates, go back, see what it was. If it was industrial factories, then tends to create a lot more fines. On 60% of the country, you can actually go back to 1945. Now that is interesting. This is all black and white, and these are all aerial photographs. Most of the aerial photographs were done during World War II, so they're probably from the Germans when they were coming over here on their reconnaissance missions to see what's about. And you can actually switch between current day and back then. So, I mean, I've found it quite amazing, because I've actually looked for somewhere a dual carriageway put in where they actually moved the river, because they wanted to put the dual carriageway in, so the river was actually narrowed down and the angle of it was changed. So you know that with some of them, if it's been moved, there's no point in fishing it, because there's going to be nothing in it. I know that that was actually moved in 1987. They actually moved the river, they redirected the course of the river, so no point in doing that section because it's modern. And that's the thing, Google Earth Pro is really good in that respect, that you can search old maps. Like I say, a lot of places, important places, you know, where military things were and that, you're not going to find anything. You're not going to find any maps. It's completely blank. The most you can go back to is 1985, but in 1985, to be honest with you, 90% of Britain is not covered on Google Earth. But you can use Google Earth Pro as a tool for looking what was there many years ago, and it's quite amazing, really. You know, if your house was built after war, you can go back and have a look at that. You know, so it's really good. You should go and have a look at Google Earth Pro. That will definitely help you. So my comments are froze. You found bear tracks, blimey. Chalkboard eraser, oh yeah, we all saw that. I'm glad she's passed around, because it's really boosted her confidence as well. Got to finish packing. Okay, fair enough. Mark Pennison, how are you doing? Oh, there we go. They're working again now. Blooming pain in the bum. So yeah, that's the way I would look at it. Look at some older maps. Look at what was around in there. I mean, we've looked at areas, think, oh, there's a lot of industrial, that'd be really good. Some industrial areas were not the same. Some areas, absolutely everything chucked in the water. But other areas where we didn't even know the units were there, we've been there and we've pulled out tons. So there's no set pattern, but that's just my advice. If you just want to look at something and see what was there many years ago, because, you know, if it was many years ago, it was just an empty field and there was nothing there, and you see that, you know, things are sort of built up in the 80s and that, you've got to remember you're not really going to find lots of old stuff. Non-test passed on the 9th that day and drove through face. Oh dear. Oh, it seems a long time ago. It definitely seems a long time ago when I passed my test, which was Christmas Eve 1988. Yeah, it's definitely a long time ago. I had mainly one lesson before my test. I had actually been driving for a few years beforehand, and that's all I'll say. I had one lesson for my test and I passed with one minor. But now things have really changed, to be honest with you, because I remember when I'm going out with my daughter, I criticised her for crossing her arms, and apparently you're allowed to do that now. Now, back in my day, that was the one thing they said, don't cross your arms. So it's a bit strange. They have changed it. They have. Oh, you're a bit ahead of me then, Donna. Things have changed, that what they have to do in the test now. You know, they have to do things like they get you to lift the bonnet, and you get spot questions like, where does the oil go? How do you check your oil? How do you check your tire pressures? I mean, in all fairness, they're common sense, but putting it as part of the test, I find that a little bit strange, to be honest with you. I started collecting maps from the garage sales books and trying to locate logging camps and rail depot. There we go, you see. So there's many different ways of doing your research, or you can just do the random thing that I always used to do. Go on Google, oh look, there's a river, there's a canal, and go for it. And that's the best way, really. Everywhere's worth a try, even if someone says it's been done before. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Need to get back on my lessons. You should, Claire. You can go out then when Andy's miles from home. Never know, Jody. You never know. 87. Bike test in 79. See, I never finished my bike test. Same again, I was riding bikes for many years beforehand. But after I got a car, actually, I realised that it was much nicer. It's much easier taking a girl out when you've got a car than on a bike. Actually, remember, there was a girl I taught to ride a motorbike down the track. She was lethal. And when you're on the back trying to teach someone to ride it, it's a scary, scary thing, to be honest with you. But young and foolish, I must admit. Some of the things I did, I've crashed multiple motorbikes in my time, and I think I've been very lucky. I remember the time that I actually was going down a road, and there was a brick in the road. I swerved to miss the brick, and I just clipped the curb, which knocked me off the bike. I went rolling down the road, and as I sort of stopped and looked to my left, a car bounced its wheel off my crash helmet. Quite a scary moment, that one. I won't forget that one. That was it. Literally just brushed the edge of my crash helmet. He was slowing down. He was trying to stop, but he couldn't stop, you know, because we didn't have the fancy things like ABS then. But I do remember it just rubbing past my crash helmet. So when people ride around with no crash helmets on, and now people ride around in shorts and t-shirt, I could never do that. No, I mean, like I say, I've had a few. I came off in the snow, because as you do, you need to get to work, so you think, be alright, I'll just put it in gear and use your feet for balance. Yeah, that didn't go very well either. I managed to get about 4 or 5 miles, and I was only about half a mile away from my actual work. Went round the corner a little bit quick. Yeah, that hurt as well. Even on snow, it really hurts. Go around the forest, we're going to the places that people don't really go to. There is a lot of places that people avoid. Lots of people avoid different places for different reasons. But obviously, bridges aren't what they used to be. I mean, you could always no reversing around the corner. You're right. Yeah, that is another one. A lot of people go for bridges. Bridges back in the early days, you was guaranteed to find stuff back then. You really was. But unfortunately now, bridges have been hit hard. You still find stuff, but you're not going to find the same amount of stuff of what you always would have found before. You were guaranteed to have probably caught half a ton every time you went to a bridge. But those days, unfortunately, are gone. But fortunately have gone, because it just proves that the waterways are getting better. Instructor as a teacher. Watching the ladies beat Pakistan at Wantage Road. Okay, fair enough. Are you picking on Claire again, Stuart? Found somewhere in Glasgow. Trouble is, it was a shipyard where they're building HMS Cardiff. Evening, Alistair. I passed first time, was driving long before. Me too. I used to drive to school. Long time ago, when they didn't have all them cameras everywhere. Robots all alive, past like 9 refugees. Some open car door and managed to miss, put me off, never ridden since. Yeah, I think that's the sort of thing, you know, that in life, that if you do have a scary moment and you get that flash in front of your eye, it does sort of put you off, it really does. I've seen too many people, horrible rash. Yeah, I know, I see people into warm weather shorts and blooming sandals, and I'm like, if you come off, oh, yeah, it's going to be really messy. I mean, you're great in bones, the skin is nothing compared to tarmac. It's just so silly, it really is. Even private estate, I didn't. Definitely kept me going on the comments, I must admit. Drove a moped in the 80s. I remember the first motorbike I went on. I think I was about 8, and it was a Puch Maxi. And the start lever, what you had to do is pedal it, and then you had to let this lever come out, and then it'd start. Unfortunately, the cables broke for that. So what you had to do is lean down to this lever on the engine and hold it, pedal like mad, then let the lever out. Which, it's all well and good. But obviously then you're pedaling like mad on this like little moped, and then you had to go for this lever, hold it, and then let it off when you get enough speed up, which was fine, apart from as I'm leaning down I slipped to one side. I let go of the lever, but then as I tried to grab the handlebars tighter so I didn't fall off, I gave it full throttle. I remember that going straight at a pond. I managed to turn and fall off the bike, and the bike didn't quite go in there, but yeah, that was my first experience of motorbikes, and I was like, maybe my bad, promise to behave. You carry on, mate. You know, it's not. I don't fight other people's battles. I just leave them to it. But yeah, so that was my first experience. But it didn't stop me. I got back on. You have another go, and you just keep going. Get away from. Hidden places could pay well, you just don't know, and that's why I think you've just got to try anywhere just to see what you can do. Only if you can dress it up as Del Boy and try his okay, I must admit something, but I do know Corey, he's a bit of an Only Fools and Horses fan, so I sort of get it. Yeah, I think as we're younger, you all do them, all do some silly things, and as you get older you all do silly things, and that's sort of quite normal really. No point in being sensible, you know, you've just got to get on with it. We are trying our best, John. We are getting through it bit by bit. But anyway, it's 9 o'clock. I have actually got things to do. I've got invoicing to do and everything. So I'm going to have to end this here. But anyway, thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs down. Keep them coming. Love you. All of you, you know. Just carry on doing what you're doing. If you want to watch, fine. If you don't want to watch, fine. I don't actually care. But anyway, tomorrow night's video, that is part 2 of our adventure in Oxford. Now, we did have some quite good stuff that day, and like I say, Christian had something which I've never been with anyone since I found one before, but even what I had, to be honest with you, I've never found a complete one. So look out for that tomorrow at 9 o'clock on YouTube. We are back out Sunday. We are in a totally new location on a river we love, and will it pay? Who knows? Find out Sunday. But thank you all for joining, and we will catch you all on the next one. Thank you everyone.